when the children of God knew the way to sing, they sang from within themselves. And from singing from within themselves, they came to know the things that were hidden within themselves. For singing enabled the children of God to keep in touch with their inner self and to bring forth from their inner self the joys that were within them, so that those who heard them sing experienced the joy that came from within them. And when they sang sad songs, it is the way that God giveth everyone to experience the inner sadness that dwells in man. And so singing was God's way of showing to the whole world how to be in touch with your inner self and how to allow others to experience that which comes from the inner self. In the rhythm of music, God showed man that it stirred up several levels of vibrations because of the different frequencies that came forth from music. So that whenever man listens to music, it places him in a state in which he is always given to cooperate with the rhythms that come forth from the vibrations that carry the frequencies that moves him. And so the children of God learned that music enabled them to reach within themselves, to discover things within themselves, and to experience that which was within them. And there is not a time in the history of man where your God did not give man music. The music of the children were always vibrant. And they were vibrant because God showed the children of God that they always functioned on a higher frequency, in a higher vibration. And whenever the children of God were moved by the higher rhythms and the higher frequencies, they moved in the rhythm which moved them. And the many who saw the way in which the children of God reacted to the sounds of music were always mesmerized as to how it is that they were always able to identify with the rhythm and to always move in the sequences of the rhythm. There were many telling things that your God had shown to the world, but especially to the children, why they were different. And because the children of God lost the way to know how God speaks in the songs that God gives to them, they were no longer able to interpret what was meant by what was given to them. And so all of mankind witnessed that in all of earth, the different tribes play different types of music that carry different types of rhythms, vibrations, and frequencies. And none of the rhythms of the tribes corresponded with the vibrations of the children. And the children didn't know why in every way that they looked, there were the many who were not like them, that chose to imitate the rhythms and the vibrations that came from the children of God. In bringing a close to all things on earth, we restore back unto the children of God the divine rhythms that they brought with them from the sun. For they are far greater rhythms than the rhythms the children of God display on earth. And they themselves will witness scenes that they had not before seen, in the way in which the many shall respond to the rhythms that come to them, and of the things that they will be given to do. In all the lands of the children of God, God showed them that there were times when with rhythm the many did things that the others could only see and cannot do. And many were amazed at what they saw, and some were perplexed at what they saw. And God knew that in introducing these things in the midst of the children, the God of the world would have shown the children of God what it is that they brought with them when they came from the land of the rising sun. The children could not remember, and because they couldn't remember, they were unable to evoke from it in themselves that which remained dormant within them. And God showed them that in every field of endeavor, they displayed a far richer, greater, and vibrant set of vibrations than any other tribe on earth. We have said unto you that in bringing a close to this week, old, dreary, and weary world, we will make known to the children the truth that was hidden from them, that in all the ways that they come to the true consciousness of who they really are, they will come into the greater enlightenment of how they were once gods. For no one remembers what it means to be God, nor how it felt to be God. For every man used the term God, 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 and yet no man understood what it meant. And many looked here and there and everywhere For God they could not find, and they could not find God because they were all looking in the wrong places. There was always a clue that was given to man, and it is as simple as it could have been. For God said unto man, you are made in the image and the likeness of God. Find God first, but seek to know yourself. And these simple instructions were never understood by anyone. All men looked outside of themselves. Many looked in books. Many searched artifacts to find what was already in them. And everywhere they went, we said, you have gone the wrong way. No. You're going the wrong way. Those of the children of God who were never ever affected by what man calls death, and knew that which was coming to a world that was already out of control, left for the children of God messages in symbolic form that when they would have come to reason in the spiritual light that was in them, they would discover the true meaning of all the things that were left for them to see. And he said unto the children before they left, remember thy creators in this youthful stage in which you exist. And everywhere that they had given them the knowledge of the tabernacles that were later termed pyramids, they told them that these were the instruments that enabled you to connect with us after we leave this place. And the children of God did not know what they told them, for they did not remember what they taught them. That they could command everything on this earth if they remember the sacred rituals that were given to them. And many came and saw the way in which the tabernacles were, and they tried as hard as they could to find out how it is that they were able to build them this way. And no man knew that in all the ways that they were placed in exactly and precisely the order that they were in, that it was through the command that was given from the rituals that were given that all things may obey that which is given to be obeyed. This whole world did not know why it was told to man. Nothing is ever done by you in your physical form, for your physical form is merely an extension of that great and unseen power within you that is your God. And when we said it to them, with this God in you, you can make all things possible, they no longer remember how it is that this indwelling God that represents everything that is of creation also carries within it the omnipotence to do the things that the flesh cannot do. And when the children of God, unlike all the tribes of earth, did not discover the way to the Spirit that is the God within them, they were never ever able to discover the greatness that lies within them. Everywhere on earth, man seeks greatness to the crudest and the most brutal way. He has become obsessed with everything that brings about the destruction of earth and the destruction of all things on earth. For when man did not learn the way to his own inner God, he did not know the way to create all things bright and beautiful, and to make all things work in perfection, because the balance and harmony that would have been in them would have brought the tranquility of all things that would be perfect. In these last days, says the Lord thy God, I will pour forth upon mankind that which is in the vials of thy God, that wherever it shall descend upon the heads of men, it shall bring forth the fury of God upon all those that can never ever know the way that God exists, nor how God ever existed in the world. For God brings forth in the royal diadem of God the excruciating power of God and the destructive might of God. And every nation on earth, except the children of God, shall feel the force of God's judgment. For in every way that I have said unto you, the Lord thy God respects no one, and the Lord thy God spares none that shall not enter into the kingdom of your God. I give you to say unto the children of God that God will take care of you. God will. take care of you. And every evil that has been done against you, shall the Lord thy God return it unto those who did it to you. And wherever you have dwelt in your own lands, where the many have come and deprived you of all that which was yours to have, so will the Lord thy God take everything away from them, that in all the ways they will be driven out of all the lands of the children of God. God will show all the children the power of God to return back to them everything that was taken from them, and to show them that when God cleans up their lands, God cleans out everything that was never meant to be in the lands of the children of God, not to be among the children of God. And let the children know that in all the ways God cleanses the land, God destroys every beast of the field, every fowl of the air, every creature of the deep. For only that which was given to earth in the manner of God, that was given to the children in paradise, shall be reinstated back on earth. And the children of God will dwell in perfect peace and harmony with all that which was in the beginning in the Garden of Eden that they created on earth. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.